Hello and welcome to Soaring Sally, the Daredevil sea turtle. And right there she is. She is one cute little sea turtle, if I ever saw one myself. That's correct, my friends. Hey, first and foremost, make sure you have your notebook out and you're ready to take some good old notes. And here we go. Soaring Sally, the Daredevil sea turtle, is hungry. She loves nothing more than a big old mouthful of crab. Yummy! Not so good for the crab. All right, Soaring Sally caught a huge crab that weighed 2/5 of a pound. If Soaring Sally eats crab in 3/8 pounds mouthfuls, how many mouthfuls will Soaring Sally have? All right, well, let's do a mathematical model first. So I'm going to draw a big old fraction here. And she's caught a crab that weighs 2/5 of a pound. So I'm going to break this into fifths, into 5 parts, which means I'll draw 4 lines. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 lines, right? Now, she caught a crab that weighs 2/5, so that's 2 out of 5. So I'll color in 2 out of the 5 parts. So let's do that right now. And we'll do this in blue because it's crab, right? So, and it's in the deep blue sea. Okay, so there's 1, 2 out of 3, 4, 5, right? Now, Soaring Sally, when she takes a mouthful, it's 3/8 of a pound, right? So I'm going to cut this way into 8 parts. 8 parts means 7 lines. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 lines. That should give me 8 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Superb. Now, her mouthfuls are 3/8 of a pound. So she's going to take 3 of these, and that would be 1 mouthful, right? So now, as you see, I've got these 6 down here that are full, but these are all empty. So in order for her to have a full mouthful, I got to fill these up. I'm going to take it from these over here, and I'm going to grab groups of 3. So watch how I do this. I'm going to go, okay, 1, 2, 3, and that will give me this row right here that I can fill in. Then I'm going to grab 3 more, 1, 2, 3, and that's going to give me this row that I can fill in. So let's do that. Nice. And then I'm going to grab 1, 2, and 3, and that gives me 1 more row I can fill in. And as you see, now right here, Soaring Sally has 1 full mouthful, right? And that's right there. That's 1 full mouthful. And it is 3/8 of a full pound, right? Now she's got 1 more here, right? But remember, in order to have a full mouthful, she's got to have 3 of these, right? And now the ones that are X'd out are gone. So she only has this one. And in order to fill it, she would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So she gets 1 out of the 15, right? So 1/15 of a mouthful, right? So how many mouthfuls does Soaring Sally get? Well, she gets 1 and 1/15 mouthfuls from that big old crab that she bought. She didn't buy it, she caught it. Okay, hey, let's go ahead. We found out what this would look like with the mathematical model. Let's see what this looks like when you are doing the algorithm. So we're going to take 2/5 and divide it by 3/8. So here we go. We've got 2/5, and we're going to divide by 3/8. Okay, so when you're dividing fractions, you can do one of 2 strategies. And the first strategy is to multiply the reciprocal. So the first fraction will stay the same, 2/5. And then I'm going to multiply the reciprocal, which means I'm going to convert the division sign into a multiplication sign, and then I'm going to do the reciprocal, which means I'm going to flip this fraction upside down. So the 8 is now on the top and the 3 is now on the bottom. And then I can just multiply like normal straight across. So let's go ahead and do that. And if I go 2 times 8, I'm going to get 16. So let's just go ahead, 16. And then if I take 5 times 3, I'm going to get 15. And there you have your answer, 16/15. Now, this can be simplified because it's an improper fraction or top heavy, right? Because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. We'll do that in a minute. The first thing I want to do is show you the other strategy. So our first strategy was to multiply the reciprocal. The other strategy you can use is the old mountains and valleys. So I'll make a mountain first, and I'm going to multiply 5 times 3, which is going to give me 15 down here for my denominator, right? And then let's get my my valley, and I'm going to come from the 2 down to the 8 and back up to create a valley. And 2 times 8 is going to give me 16. And as you see, whether you use mountains and valleys or you multiply the reciprocal, either way you'll get 16/15. All right, so now I want to simplify this or turn it into a mixed number. And I always tell students, my students, you can think of fractions in 3 ways: 16/15, 16 out of 15, or 16 divided by 15. And that's exactly what we're going to do right now. We're going to go 16 divided by 15. And 15 will go in there one time, which will give us 15. And then when we subtract, we get 1 left over. Well, your remainder turns into a numerator, and your divisor right here becomes your denominator, right? So as you see, I've got 1, and then my remainder became my numerator, my divisor became my denominator, and I get 1 and 1/15, which is the same as our mathematical model right there. So either way you slice it, my friends, whether you do mountains and valleys, or you multiply the reciprocal, or you do a mathematical model, your answer should be 1 and 1/15 mouthfuls for Soaring Sally the Daredevil Sea Turtle. Hey, what I'd like you to do right now is back this video up to when I first started doing the mathematical model, and then play a little, pause, and copy. Play a little, pause, and copy. Play a little, pause, and copy until you've done the whole problem side by side with me. And that, my friends, is the fastest way to learn. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon.